Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Sports Hole. I'm your host, Luke. With me, as always, XFL Jim, Rock and Roll, Matty Goldberg. What up, dudes?
What up, boys?
Jim, you got a pool.
Yeah, your boy's been putting in a pool. I can't wait to do videos from the pool. I'm going to sex it up.
Oh, are you getting in there? You getting in there with Mrs.
XFL? We probably will. We probably will.
Oh, yeah.
Question is, can I take some of
Nothing
my
like making love in a pool.
bathing suits?
Oh, no, this is the content I want.
There's a whole... Dude,
at least have some hot.
I'm going to fly Maddie out there, and you're going to be groping on your girl in the pool, and then around the corner comes Maddie.
Goldberg. You guys know I live in a small town, right?
Yeah. What's that?
You guys know I live in a small town. It's like 3,000 people here.
Yeah.
To get this pool, we had to go through so many hoops of like permits and everything.
You need a permit for an above ground pool?
We need a permit for, I mean, it was only $15 for the permit, but yeah, we need a permit for an above ground pool.
How much does the water cost?
It needs to be enclosed. So we had to kind of put like a fence structure around the pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? Like,
there was a curb enthusiasm.
It has to be in your backyard.
I hate that shit. It's like literally just take away the ladder. And then it's
how hot does it get how hot does it get on a hot summer day?
It depends what time of year, but
they have humidity too, Maddie.
The humidity is brutal, but it'll get up to like consistently mid 90s up to like 104.
That's going to be great. You're going to build a diving board?
I will not build a diving board.
You're going to have a slide?
Probably not going to have a slide.
How deep does it get?
It's about 4.5 feet, I'd say.
Not bad.
5 feet.
You're going to make a wave pool?
I might make a wave pool. For the most part, it's just for floating around and being lazy as fuck.
Sit in there and drink some brews.
Exactly.
Get a TV out there?
No, it's like way past the house where I'd have to like plug in an extension cord all the way back to the garage. We could put a TV up in the area if we wanted to.
Yeah, put an iPad
for a
big
night.
iPad.
Yeah, you could do that like in early fall when it's still warm enough to watch football.
Yeah, we could do it early fall. We could do it in like the middle of summer, maybe watch a movie or something. You can't do it right now just because there's too high a chance of like rain and thunderstorms.
Right.
What's the temperature?
It got up to like 87 today.
Not bad. It's hot.
The cool thing to do is sit in there and then watch Jaws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the shitty part about the weather here, Maddie, is the day started at like 58, 60, and then it climbed. So in the morning, you want to have a hoodie on and be comfy. And then after lunch, it brutalizes you.
Gotcha.
Maddie, what's going on with you? How's your mouth? How's your dry socket?
My mouth is a lot better. My dry socket is great. I didn't have dry socket. So I got to go to the dentist tomorrow. I just need to check on it. Should take a few seconds, I would imagine, just to make sure it looks okay. As procedure. So I'm not even really using pain like ibuprofen right now. So I'm feeling pretty good and just watching a lot of sports, playing a lot of poker. Living.
How's poker going? I haven't heard any updates.
Poker's been amazing
lately. Yeah,
I've been playing really good, not like live, but online I've been crushing it. So I've been making some nice money, getting my money pretty good.
Oh, good. Okay.
So yeah, if I ever want to
You're
take
reporting
a vacation,
all of your income, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll say yeah.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
Just making sure, because you never know when Johnny Law is listening here.
Well, if they come down on me, I'll deal with it.
Better lawyer
staying
up.
sober 91 days today. No weed. I don't want to get in trouble, but there's a guy who does the chips. He's like this hippie guy. He says, "Today we load the soul, not the bowl," and I love it.
Oh, wow!
This is yeah.
Pack of soul.
He has all these catchphrases.
Oh, they're attacking Maddie for not paying taxes already.
Load the soul, not load the bowl. So the soul, not load the bowl. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, Uncle Sam's got me by the balls, you know?
That's right. You're just out there trying to
I
earn a
tried to watch the
living,
Kevin
grinding
Hart
away.
roast. I watched a little of the Kevin Hart roast. Was pretty good.
How was it? It was Chelsea Handler controversial?
I haven't got there yet. I saw Tom Brady.
Is Tom Brady just going to roast now?
He's addicted to
I
roasts.
saw Jeff. He's a big roaster now. He's addicted to somebody else. And then Shane Gillis had a couple good ones, but I can't remember. It's like they're funny, but then you never remember. You never remember the jokes.
You know
But
who I think should
you
make a
remember
comeback?
laughing, but you don't remember them.
Thinking of like roast and insult. I want Triumph to make a big comeback.
Oh, he's the best.
I love
He was
Triumph
good.
the insult comic though.
Although Stuttering John claimed that Triumph stole his act.
Oh,
Stuttering
really?
John claimed that Triumph stole what he does. Yeah,
Well,
I
I
think-
go around and insult
You know,
people.
he's right,
a
'cause,
big stink of that.
As everybody knows, John, most people know him from writing for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar roast. And
Yeah.
that really set the precedent for all roasts nowadays.
And the Duke's been gone, which is sad, and the Dalverse has been hurting far. They're like
Matty,
delving into other stories.
Can I just say,
Yes.
as someone who's like not well versed in the Dabbleverse, it does seem from what I hear from you and other people online about the Dabbleverse, it is much more interesting when Stuttering John is like front and center. It doesn't seem like there's anyone in the Dabbleverse that could really fill his shoes.
Listen, the bottom line is he is the Duke, and he is the Duke for a reason to like build like stories. And I'm like, the Duke is the Duke. He is as Reggie Jackson once said, he is the straw that stirs the drink. John is that, and for better or worse, I try to get into these stories, but they're just so boring, and it's like people trying to like build hype up for the sake of like knowing that they can get super chats. But John was electric because John was real, man. Like John believed everything he said. John was the real deal. I mean, he is the king of he is the Duke. He is the goat of the Dabbleverse.
That
really
is such like the important
he doesn't understand
factor.
Why. That's the deal.
That is such an important factor for like what people call lol cows online is they can't be doing a bit. They have to like fully believe in what they're doing and be like the dumbest, most fun person.
You have to be absolutely self-aware.
No, absolutely not self-aware.
You have to be absolutely self-aware, and John was, and a lot of these people like there is some lack of self-awareness, but they also like understand to get a story going is good for their brand, and then they push it harder. Where John was like, he's physically, mentally mad at these people.
Oh yeah, no, man. I don't think John has no self-awareness. He has none. You think he's self-aware?
Saying he has none.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely zero.
Yeah. It's and now what is everybody just reaching for content now? And
they're trying. The new thing is there's this girl. There's a guy named the Quartering who is this right wing.
I know exactly what you're talking about, Maddie.
Yeah. And now they all hate him because these other channels attacked him for being kind of a dork. And so he struck their channels. And so now there's like pitchforks against him.
Oh no.
And there's this girl, Chrissy Meyer.
Yeah, Chrissy Meyer. She's
like
coined the Dabbleverse. What's that?
Yeah, exactly. So she kind of defended him, or people were like calling him out on her show, and she ignored it because somehow they share like a sponsor.
Right.
And everybody's like, she's a fake and a phony and a fraud, and now she's being like destroyed. And I'm like, well, I got in this to goof on Stuttering John. These things don't, they're not as good. Now, Karmic X was great, lost his channel. The Steel Toe guy's kind of boring lately. John is the GOAT. He'll be back. He'll be back really soon, but he was the GOAT.
I think we should introduce Maddie to Fish Tank. I think Maddie should.
I've never seen that.
Me a link.
But that's Sam Hyde's thing, right?
Yeah, so he's still behind it. I don't think he's been like front and center in the last 2 seasons.
Give us a rundown of what Fish Tank is. I've had other people recommend.
It's you guys have seen like Big Brother,
Yes.
It's that with like the worst internet people.
Oh, I
And-
got you. That's a good idea.
It's if you know anything that Sam Hyde's done, it's the Sam Hyde version of it, where they're basically taking these lolcow personalities, like these like crazy people, sticking them in a house and kind of torturing them for like an extended period of time until one person wins.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
What do they win?
They're cut on that. I don't remember. I've only like dabbled. I haven't fully watched a
No
season
pun
yet.
intended.
But
Yeah, right.
yeah, you like that. But it's probably money.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it is. Are these
Followers,
like
too?
up and coming guys, or was
Yeah,
it-
they're not like huge internet
Wait,
celebrities.
wasn't Bam Margera on an episode of this?
He came in, but they bring like guests.
Oh, they bring in
sometimes.
guests.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think Bam was on either last season or 2 seasons ago.
gotcha. All right. Well, maybe we'll have to check that.
But
out.
like, there's
Dude.
points where like they don't let the people sleep, where they have to go into a room, and then the people
What
that are
about
in the chat can like
Perry
send notifications
Caravella?
that set
Has
off
Perry
alarms.
Caravella been on it?
That I don't know. I don't know who all's been on it.
Yeah. But I missed John. He's been legendary.
All right.
Oh, some of these people are hilarious looking.
We do have some sports going on.
Yeah, some right. There's
Some.
It's a busy
the
time.
NBA playoffs or something.
NBA playoffs are in full effect. Hockey,
NHL.
NHL.
What'd you guys think of that
full
Wemby
effect.
elbow?
That was vicious, dude. Like, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe but they weren't really tussling for the ball, so I don't know why.
No, I think that they've been going after him like all game, so
Uh-huh.
he's kind of just going like this. I'm like torn because obviously, yeah, definite flagrant 2, vicious, bad attack. But it's not like he's not raising his elbow to attack. He's just going like this too.
That's a thing, though, he's got to be aware of.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he gets suspended, though.
He didn't get
He did
suspended.
not.
Yeah, no shot.
No, he'll be playing tomorrow night or whenever they play next. Have you guys been watching that series?
It's been
I
good.
have.
The Wild
Yeah.
are fun as hell.
I can't believe
Timberwolves,
how
I mean,
far
Timberwolls,
ahead the
I wish the
Spurs are. Like,
T-Balls
Spurs are so
had to-
young, too, and they're still so good.
Yeah. I wish they had DiVincenzo or whatever his name, because he makes such a big difference
Sure.
as a role player,
Yeah.
and they really miss him. I think I'll go 7. Minnesota will lose in 7, but it's a great series, and it's fun, and I don't think anybody's going to beat OKC, but you got to be in it to win it, so you never know.
Now, OKC is rolling.
I think if the Knicks keep playing like this, they have a shot.
I'm sick of the Knicks shit. I want the Pistons to wrap it up and go beat their ass, because they beat their ass in the regular season. And Knicks just they lost 2 games in the opening round of Boston, granted. And yeah, they're playing great against a shit Philadelphia team.
They lost to Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, Atlanta. Sorry.
Yeah, Philly beat Boston.
Philly beat Boston. I got my cities confused.
Kind of exposed how bad Boston is.
Yeah,
so
they
reliable
fell
on
hard in the last
3-point.
few years here. That's too bad.
Yeah.
And they're Giannis is officially on the market now. And to me, Jaylen Brown for Giannis is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like he'll definitely go to a contender. Boston's probably a good spot,
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I think where you can get a player of equal caliber. I do think, Giannis is better, but as far as a superstar, Jaylen Brown, for a team to go get Giannis, it would normally sink a team, to give away that many
It's
assets.
perfect for Boston. They need an inside guy. They're so reliant on the 3-point shot that if they can't hit their threes, they're done.
Yeah.
So he's a perfect inside guy for them. So I think it will kind of vitalize what they do and put them back into the forefront of the East, which they've obviously taken a step back the last 2 seasons.
Well, if him and Tatum can play well, because Jaylen Brown seems to really want out of Boston too.
Yeah, they all seem to want out. I can't deal with the crowds though. Like I saw a video now of the Knicks fans intimidating Sixers fans. It's like stop with the fighting with the fans. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, they can come to
Maybe I'm
LA
just
and
soft.
do
I
that
don't
and
know.
hope they don't get stabbed in the parking lot, like
I don't think people. It's I don't know. It's just a weird like it's a 20-year-old something like idea that like soccer hooligan kind of thing that is just getting a little out of control. Somebody's gonna get hurt, you
I
know?
think also like
No?
the online hype video stuff of it, people are just trying to go even crazier every single time now.
Exactly.
I mean
It's like the
that
Knicks win the second round and they're knocking down telephone poles.
Maddie, you and I are like 50, right? I couldn't imagine if we went to a game and someone started like talking shit to us to try and I'm like, like what?
I mean, like, you want to, I'm like, look, you want to beat me up because I root for the other team? Fucking go for it. If that's what makes you feel, if that's what you
Remember
need
when
to
that
do.
Ravens fan did that to some Washington fans a couple of years ago? He just ran after people and started
It's like,
knocking
what
everyone
is the
out.
point? I mean, and another thing is like, you want kids to go to the game and like, you see there's like these football fights and it's like pouring on the families. And it's just like, are you going to watch the game to admire these athletes and, you get the food, the experience? Or are you going there to fucking brawl? I know I sound like a boomer.
I mean, like, I get it's just, at our age, it's the farthest thing from your mind when you go to a game
The
to like,
farthest are
yeah.
watching sports.
I mean, the most, like, if you had someone standing next to you, you do some funny, a little ribbon maybe. I don't know, but
I
that's
mean,
about
like
it.
if you lose to the Cavaliers, are you like, well, I'm gonna beat up a Cleveland fan? Is that the first thought on your
No,
mind?
That's
no,
what it
they could
should
all
be.
probably beat me up to begin with, so I'm
Yeah,
not going to do that. But like,
like Ohio State, even Michigan, like is it? Let's beat up someone from Ohio
I
State.
have
It's
so
so
much
silly.
fun when I meet people like that we just, jaw back and forth like in a very
Yeah, it should be
funny
playful
way.
bantering.
Yeah. Not something like, well, I'm going to beat you up because you're from Ohio. Ugh.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of anything more idiotic.
you're born literally 500 miles away from
Don't get
each
me
other.
wrong. I loved it when I go to Dodger games and other people be fighting. That's kind of fun.
I
But those are some of the dumbest of the dumbs.
yeah.
Ah. So yeah, OKC's rolling. Pistons, Cavs. If Pistons can win tonight, I think that's about over too.
It's a 4-point game at halftime.
Yeah. So it's shaping up here, and I no matter how good the Knicks do in this series, I still don't think. Actually, the
By the way,
Spurs have had their way with the Thunder this year. They're the only team that has like beaten them like multiple games
I still
easily.
don't think they're ready, but they're giving them the best shot
Yeah, I
to
don't know
beat
what
them.
it is that is stifling them. But
It just seems like the Lakers are not even like they just don't have the firepower without Luca.
no, and they're not you got to play defense too,
Yeah.
and like
Well, they're
that's what
missing
happened to
a
the Nuggets. They
star.
can't play defense. Like if you
They're
don't play
missing a
defense,
star player.
yeah,
An absolute stud star player they're missing.
yeah. I mean, you need that guy who can get you a bucket when you need a bucket. But yeah, you got to play defense now too. It's just
Which
it,
I put Ric Flair on the rundown because
what's
he
Rick up to? What's Richard Flair up to?
Ric Flair is getting into the whole like, certain guys are soft for not playing, and so he now called out Luka Doncic, like, you're this age and you're not playing, like what I wouldn't give to play this. He did this to Jason Tatum in game 7. So now athletes are starting to go after him and he's starting to get it back. And he's just like a crazy old man screaming at the clouds on social media. And a lot of people are like, put your phone down, put your phone
Sure.
away, like, but he's double downing. It's fans do this too. It's like, some guy gets like a concussion where he doesn't know what state he's in. It's like, I would have been out there if my fucking, my dick fell off and I lost my leg. I would be playing. It's like you would, no, you wouldn't. I'm just saying. And these doctors, They want to, why play at 20% when you can ruin your career
So you
where
don't
you can
agree with
play
Ric
another
Flair. You
four
think Ric
years
Flair's
healthy?
wrong.
Absolutely. But I find it funny. It's
Jim,
amusing.
do you think Ric Flair's wrong?
No, these guys should play. 100%.
There you go.
Fight through it, pussies.
They're soft.
All of them. They're
It'd be
soft.
funny if he's like,
couldn't catch me doing that.
It would be funny if he approached it like wrestling, though. Like, Luca, you got a hammy. Just tell the other team to ease up on you as you're going down court and to give you like a little lane here and there. And then you got, on defense, you can sort of lay back and then tell the guys to only, dribble around you, totally script the thing.
It's just funny that he's getting into this whole thing. And, that's reserved for the dumbest of the dumbest fans to say this stuff. And I get you wrestled with, a broken back, 500 concussions, blah, blah, blah. More power to you, but, professional sports is a different deal. And, they don't want it to happen what happened to Halliburton last year. Like, Halliburton probably shouldn't have been playing. If he doesn't play, he's probably playing this year at a high level and healthy. God bless him for giving it his all last year. But when he went down, he was playing with nothing left. It was like, and he's paying the price for it now. And hopefully it'll be the same.
Also, Indiana went on like a 1-year tank.
And they fucked up, by the way.
Yeah, they did.
So they had made a trade with the Clippers, and I think it was a swap. Like the Clippers can decide when they want to take that first round pick, and it wasn't protected. So they got this year's pick, which came in at 5. So you tank this fucking season, and you have nothing to show for
nothing.
It.
Absolutely, almost as bad as Anthony Davis for Luka. I mean,
and this is a deep draft too. This is the best draft since 2003 with LeBron and
Wade. The thing about this year's draft is like the 4th pick could be the best player in the draft. There's the top 5, top 6 picks are all great.
Yeah,
a couple might be a bust, but the number 1 might not be the best player.
Yeah, they don't know, but like at least the top 4 are great. For sure, but the whole class is loaded. There's going to be guys that might not even do much. They're rookies. Like you might not know until about 5 years, from now. So,
by the way, I won my first bet on DraftKings on predictions.
Congratulations. What was it?
The Guardians Angels.
Well, all right.
Attaboy, Matty.
Not that you care.
I care, but. Also, the Wizards got the number 1 pick, and this is like kind of nuts because, obviously, if you get the number 1 pick, it means you did very shitty. But they also coming back next year, Anthony Davis, Trae Young, they'll have Alex Sarr, their number 1 pick from like 3-4 years ago.
I like it.
And then they'll have AJ DeBonsta,
the number 1 player in the country.
They were like, so this could actually be a really good playoff team if they have any
besides like a John Wall playoff appearance here and there. Do you ever remember when they were like factors? I can't.
Do you remember? Can you guys name the last time the Wizards had the number 1 pick?
I'm sorry, what's that?
You name the last time the Wizards had the number 1 pick.
Was it with John Wall?
Was it with Kwame Brown?
It was
Michael Jordan's
2001 Kwame Brown.
Wait, are you sure? Because John Wall was the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah, 2010. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay.
2010 was first.
Yeah,
I thought it had the first. I thought it had. It was listing this year.
John Wall also fell off a cliff too. I don't think
he runs the Howard basketball team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was such a great player, and then just fucking vanished.
Mm-hmm.
But their other number 1 pick, Kwame Brown, from back in the day, never really panned out. He actually had some good seasons on the Lakers, but really didn't do much for Washington.
No.
The last time, 2017 was the last time they won a playoff series.
All right, guys.
2017?
Yeah.
God, I don't remember that.
That's like almost 10 years ago. One playoff series. Jesus.
Do you guys know the last time they won 60 games?
1976.
74-75 season.
Maddie, that was stupidly close.
That was so close, Maddie.
Was that Wes Unseld era?
I could not tell you.
Lucky guess.
Closer though, it was the last time. So 78-79 was the last time they won 50 games.
Oh my God, what a putrid franchise.
One of the worst.
Also, like changing your name from the Bullets to the Wizards doesn't help anything either. God, what a
I remember they did that in the 90s when like gun things were
in DC
bigger.
gun violence was terrible.
Yeah.
Probably still is, but it's weird. Did all the violence go away when they changed the name?
Absolutely.
I think so, actually, yeah.
They saved the world.
That's right.
It was also
there's also no more Native Americans since
when the Kings
Cleveland and
made
Washington
their uniform
changed
black
their names
and white.
too. What's that, Maddie?
Every team like got darker uniforms. So like when the LA Kings, looked like the Raiders, because the Kings were originally purple and yellow.
Right.
And then they went to black and white, and then they got this big, merchandise boom.
Oh yeah.
I remember the Devils. Every team went to black and white.
That was a slick look.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going to be watching the enhancement games?
What is the enhancement?
We've talked about this before, but it's actually coming to fruition on this month on the 24th. It's where athletes will be competing on performance-enhancing drugs.
Oh, that's a dumbass idea.
Are you curious at all?
I'm a little curious too. You're not curious, man, to see people do crazy shit?
Well, what is
I kind of wish they were fighting. I wish they were fighting.
Okay, so
steroids. It's steroids and anything.
Yeah, there's peptides, whatever.
Like cocaine. What about speed?
I don't think they're drug testing.
Everything that RFK Jr. is on, they will be on.
It's swimming, track, and weightlifting.
Yeah, and you can win $250,000 if you win your competition, and then you win another $1 million if you set a world record.
Yeah.
So imagine like competing in this thing and not setting a world record.
Oh, they got Thor from the guy from Game of Thrones. He's a strongman, yeah.
So in a twist, Olympic gold medalist swimmer Hunter Armstrong of the U.S. and sprinter Tristan Evelyn of Barbados will both take on the enhanced field as non-enhanced athletes.
I like it.
I'm liking everything about it.
It's kind of like pros versus the Joes. Where you get like if you play the NBA, like 3 NBA X stars versus like 8 Joes.
They should bring that show back too, by the way.
Not a bad idea.
And they've also had shows where they've taken like, schlubs and turned them into like cool people, like makeovers. But they should do an enhanced one where they get them on all the drugs and surgeries. It could be like a combination of like looks maxing and enhanced games.
I'm confused as to where they're getting all this money from.
I think it's taking place in it's taking place in Vegas. Las Vegas, which
at Resorts World.
How is that even legal? Isn't there some sort of gaming commission there? Like, I could see you getting away with this on some Native American land, but
they're probably not the drugs themselves aren't illegal drugs. They're just banned for competition, and this competition explicitly allows them.
So it's going to be streaming. It'll be streaming on Roku. So they've obviously contributed some money to this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly where the
I'm just trying to figure out where they're getting millions of dollars for this. Like, this is kind of a fun gimmick. It's funny.
Yeah.
And honestly, I will earnestly be paying attention to like the weightlifting part because I don't give a shit if weightlifters, powerlifters, or strongmen are doing steroids. I like to see home run
derbies. Like it's fun to watch Jose
dudes lift heavy weights.
It's fun to watch like Jose Canseco hit like 600 feet bombs, you know?
That's
Right.
sick.
Oh, that would be, yeah, they could do that too because you could do that with like a normal player because the pitches are not hard to hit, they're just lobbing them up there
Mark
for you.
McGuire.
Yeah. Get, get on that Andrew Steen Dion, whatever the fuck they were taking. God.
Good hockey and good basketball going on right now. Got the split screen going.
What's going on in hockey, Manny?
1-1 Minnesota, Colorado. The Ducks and the Knights are tied at 2. And the Canes have moved on. The Canadians look like they're going to beat the Sabres. They're up 2-1. This series is 2-1 with the Avalanche when the Wild, but the score is 1-1 right now. And I'm watching that next to the Cleveland and Detroit. So
Somehow Detroit's down by 12 all of a sudden.
I think it would be very boring if we get an Avalanche Kane Stanley Cup. I love to see the Canadians in it. That crowd base is so lit. It's fun to see that maybe a Canadian team, will sacrifice. Like it'll be fun to see a Canadian team win the Stanley Cup. They haven't won since 1993.
That's insane.
Which was the Montreal Canadiens. And they're very good. Their coach was a great player on the Lightning, Martin St. Louis. He's kind of like the Jose Altuve of hockey. Very short, but a great coach, great hockey player. I don't know if you remember him.
No.
But it's fun seeing how good the Ducks are and the Knights. I mean, the Golden Knights have been the best franchise in the last maybe 6, 7 years in hockey.
Like the whole time they've been a team?
Well, yeah, they've won the Stanley Cup. They've been in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
They always run deep in the playoffs. I mean, consistently, the last 6 or 7 years, they've been the best team for sure.
Yeah. All right.
There's your hockey update.
What's going on with your DraftKings predictions, Maddie?
Oh, I was just saying that, like,
we were talking about prediction markets before the show.
So with that company, Kahishi figured out a loophole to get sports betting. DraftKings is now on it. So I saw a commercial.
Oh, right. Okay.
I wanted to see what this prediction is all about. It's like a sports book legal in California. And I know a lot of people I know are bookies out here. I've always used an offshore company. Like, this is going to kill the bookies. This is going to kill the offshore companies. This is a worse nightmare for a lot of companies because DraftKings makes it so much easier to get your money out. You don't have to use Bitcoin.
Sure.
You don't have to deal with a sleazy bookie. This is pretty huge. We'll see if, they've probably had lawyers figure something out it's called predictions. You can't say gambling. We'll see how long.
You can't say gambling.
But do they still have to post those like addicted to gambling things on their commercials?
I don't. Do they? Does Kalshi and whatnot have commercials? I only see that stuff like online.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it. It's called DraftKings Predictions.
Right.
So they have like stuff like politics, business, economics. I wonder if they'll have the horse race this weekend.
They probably will. Like, I can bet on the LA mayoral race right now.
For Spencer Pratt?
Oh, Spencer. Yeah, Spencer Pratt is taking.
My new boss is all about Spencer Pratt.
They have the risk of trading futures. So they call it they don't call it gambling. Still, they say they call it trading and predicting futures. So they don't want to call it gambling. It's crazy.
Well, it's because you're not betting against it's weird. It's not against the book. The lines are. It's weird. I had someone try to explain prediction markets to me and what makes them separate.
It's the same thing. It really is the same thing.
They call them something a little different.
For some reason,
it's the same thing.
I don't know if you guys I first heard of these things during I think the 2016 presidential election when no one thought Trump would win, but he was getting a lot of traction on prediction markets before they were like a real mainstream thing. And that was like what everybody was like, because everybody's like at that time was looking at Nate Silver and his predictions. And now then it became like, okay, look at the prediction markets because they're more accurate because people are voting with their dollars, you know. They're predicting with their dollars, not just saying who or
Yeah.
what they're going to vote for in public. Um,
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see how long until they finally call it gambling. It should be interesting
well,
for
by the
sure.
way, like anything outside of sports too is just rigged shit where somebody is going to win with insider information. That's it.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, that's why
It's
when the Iran war started, that's why like a
Oh
lot of
yeah, you
people
know
made
what
a
I
lot
should
of
have put on the
money.
rundown?
What's that?
You know, I should have put on the rundown.
What's
I
that?
kept wanting to tell Jim this. I saw a video of Dylan Raiola at the spring game for Oregon, and the word is he is a fat fuck.
he
He's
does look
been
a little
hitting the
fat.
Tim Hortons, if you know what I mean.
He's
He
looking a
is a
little chubby.
massively big guy right now. Well, the big spare tire on his belly. Have you seen? And people in Nebraska have been talking about this.
No, we kind of just moved on.
Well, he's gained a lot of weight. Just thought I'd let you know.
I
I
believe it, dude.
digress.
He got a little chubby at the end of Nebraska when we got hurt.
So he's like what, redshirting this year? Or
Yes.
God,
He's the backup, basically.
man, Nebraska's
Ridiculous.
got so much money they could just pull a starter to ride their pine for a year. Like,
No. He's not at he's at Oregon.
I mean, sorry, I mean,
Yeah.
Oregon has got that kind of money.
Yeah.
You can. Um, I'm gonna type into Google Dylan Raiola fat and see if anything comes up.
Oh, I'll do that too.
Okay, he's listed around 230 to 250 pounds.
Let me see if I can find Dylan
Quarterback
Raiola.
Dylan Raiola
Wait,
has
find
faced
the
online
picture.
criticized. What's that, Maddie?
If you find the video, you'll be like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, I
He
did
looks
find
like
the video.
Adrian Adorable. He looks like Adrian Adorable Adonis.
Oh, he does look a little fat. I'm seeing the picture right now.
He's thick. He a thick boy.
I mean, he was like the number one quarterback recruit in the country just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but he just made a bunch of money.
That's how it goes. Get lazy. The women, the food in Nebraska, the pools.
He's also a nepo baby too, so
Yeah.
lest we
How bad do
forget.
you want it?
Lest we forget. Um, so good news. Diana Rossini was seen kissing her husband in public. She's now
You know,
seen kissing her husband only a few times less in public than Mike Vrabel.
you know what's weird about this situation? It's like there's no way to play it right if you're Diana or Vrabel. Because I guess you just gotta say, you know what? I fucked up. I got out of my, like I did shitty things. I can say I'm sorry, but you won't believe me, but I'm sorry. And I'm gonna try to, do the right thing from now on. And this is a life lesson. People still gonna shit on it, you know?
Yeah.
Damn right.
So like this whole like PR is like nobody's buying it. It just makes it worse.
Well, neither of
So
them are going to admit
both of them are
anything.
doing this thing. Like Vrabel's wearing his wedding ring. He's buying his wife gifts in public. She's like, it's
They're just going to try to go on as business as usual and hope everything just goes away.
I know, and it doesn't work. It's almost like you gotta just say like fucked up and I'm a piece of shit and that's it.
Well, what's funny about their spouses, though, it's not like this was a one-time thing or a short fling. This thing was going on for
No,
like
this is
over
years.
6 years.
And now they're saying, is it Mike Vrabel's kid? Like,
Right. Yeah. He's named Michael, too. Well,
yeah,
I have a theory, though, at least from
Michael
Rossini's
Jr.
husband. So, what if Diana Rossini's husband was like Christy Gnome's husband and he likes to be cucked and dress up with big tits and be called a sissy boy?
Well, that would help.
Well,
That
what
would
if he's
help
just
the
like a regular
situation.
cuck? What if he's just like, hey, he's like cheering him on. He's
Just a
got
normal
popcorn.
cuck.
Yeah, he's just like watching it, just
Should we
vibing.
view cucks as more like that's just your thing and not like is the word cuck too strong? Do we need a different word for
It
it?
just like there's
There's an
no.
account I follow that just reviews cuck chairs in different hotels.
Cuck
It's also really weird
chairs?
because
Yeah, so the hotels they have like obviously your normal hotel room has a bed, has an
Yeah.
office chair, and then there's just a random chair.
Uh-huh.
That's called the cuck chair.
Oh, I'm gonna start promoting that at my properties.
Yeah, it's called the cuck chair.
Best cuck chairs in town.
When you bring your wife to get fucked by some other man, that's like the
Right.
perfect it's the perfect locale.
But I feel like okay, so the term cuck would mean like, but I feel like that is sort of like is like used against a guy who wouldn't want that, you know? Whereas a guy that wants it, like that's his thing. So, but I feel like we got to get two different
But I
words.
think like I think for guys who it's their thing, the humiliation is part of it. So
Right.
even derogatorily, they still kind of like it.
Right.
So it's a win-win for them either way.
Well, they could have an in-cuck, like an involuntary cuck, and then a voluntary cuck.
What if he just came out and just said the husband comes out and is like, yeah, I'm actually okay with this. I'm into it.
Yeah. And they're like, we're all getting drinks on Friday. Like,
yeah.
This should not have been a story.
Yeah.
I'm very much into it.
I love Mike. I'm the one who chose Mike.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel's a great dude.
They've had summer practices, and he's coaching like business as usual. Like he was coaching, doing what he usually does, wedding ring on, and they're just doing business as usual. The weird thing is what I'm thinking is like, when you think of football coaches, like you think of Lou Holtz, you think of, older guys. Like, do you think like TMZ is like Lou Holtz is out there fucking bitches? And it's like, no. So this is like the first time, like, Vrabel's a younger guy. He's a macho guy, so it's a little different. But I just think they thought they were kind of off the radar because they've been doing this for so long. They didn't get caught. They got sloppy. And now everything's coming out. But like they were saying, I was listening to the Boston radio today, and they're like, everywhere they go, Vrabel and his wife, there's people taking pictures. And it's got to be weird for them because it was never like that. And now they're like part of the TMZ culture. And you think like, again, like Lou Holtz or Bobby Bowden ever had to deal with this shit, I mean.
Oh, yeah. It'd be funny if people were going up to Vrabel's wife, like, what outlet do you report for? Who do you work for? Like, I would love I would love Jerry Glanville out there pounding some dude's wife, pounding Doris Burke or something like, it's interesting. This is the Bill Clinton thing to me. When Bill Clinton got popped with Lewinsky,
he was the president.
He made one quick speech and said nothing in it, and then moved right on with his life and pretend. And that changed everything in America to me. Like,
yeah, I mean, everybody just accepted this is what happens, especially with powerful people. And like, even in one of my meetings, this guy's like, politicians always cheat and athletes because they're so good at one part of their life, they're shitty at other parts. Now, I don't think that's the real reason. I think you just feel like you can get away with stuff, and
you have a lot more opportunity than like
you have a lot of options.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing too. Like all these people shitting on them, it's like you telling me Diana Russini doesn't want to like suck your cock and give you the old, she wants to come in your circular pool for some fun. You're not going to do it.
Jim, what would you do if Russini showed up at your new pool?
I'd see what stories I could get her to pump out about the UFL. I see if I can get her on the UFL take.
You get Dylan Raiola back.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit about that, man. This is all about promoting the UFL.
Yeah, see if I can get her back with the Athletic. You work for me now, Diana.
We're gonna get you back with the Athletic, and we're gonna get some stories about the UFL on the Athletic.
Yeah. Exactly,
and they're gonna be positive. Damn it.
That'd be funny if she moved if they demoted her to like head UFL writer.
For what? For just the Athletic?
Well, just
They,
because
they
she
get her
moved
job
for the
back and do that.
NFL.
That
I
would
mean,
be very funny.
she's obviously not going to report for the NFL for a couple of years.
I'm
She
pretty,
should do like an
yeah.
OnlyFans NFL like journalism stuff, who's the guy? Adam Schefter, but Diana Russini. You get OnlyFans and NFL gossip.
She's in that like she could probably start working for, if she accepts Jesus Christ into her heart, she can start working for Outkick.
Yes.
If she just wants to lean into her affairs, she can start working for Barstool. So
Yep.
she's got options.
She
But
does.
as
She
far
does have
as
options.
lamestream
I
media,
bet
probably
Portnoy would
not.
hire her second.
Yeah, absolutely. The world's your oyster, Diana.
Damn right.
Maddie, you following baseball? What happened to Cal Raleigh?
Well, I looked at his numbers. He's got some decent home run numbers. He's batting a buck 50. I don't know, man.
I
It's
mean, he was
just,
like the fucking dude
he
last
was a,
year.
it happens. Guys get off to slow starts. I think people might blame the World Baseball Classic, but sometimes guys have career years. Sometimes pitchers adjust and they know how to pitch guys, and then you have to adjust.
Mhm.
And it's only been 2 months or a month and a half, so guys can have bad slumps. So I wouldn't. He's still batting fourth tonight. I saw that. So the Mariners still have faith in him, and we'll see what happens. But like, it's baseball's tough. Sports is tough. I think basketball and hockey consistently guys have the least slumping, but I think in football and especially baseball with hitters, the pitchers adjust and they figure out they have a book on how to get you out, and then they start changing the way they throw to you, and then you got to adjust. But he certainly had like an incredible, career year last year, and he seems like a good guy, so I hope he keeps it up. But like, certainly batting a buck 59 is pretty bad.
Now we'll see. He brought us a lot of excitement last year.
He
So
sure did.
Did you guys see Trevor Bauer's trying to get back in?
He's always trying. Been
Now
trying
he
for
he posted a
years.
bunch of stuff online, saying he would
He
take
will
zero
eventually.
dollars to be
but he can't even pitch
someone to go.
anymore.
Yeah.
He's pitching for the Long Island Ducks.
Well, there you go. You're making $0 pitching for the Ducks. Why not? I mean, he might have college eligibility too somewhere.
Oh yeah, get some
I don't know
NIL.
about that.
Get some NIL in there.
Never know. All right, one last bit of news, and then we'll move on to Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. Bobby Cox.
Yes.
If you were a baseball fan in the 80s and
Son,
90s.
they did a list of the most overrated managers, coaches that won a championship, and he's only got one title. Was some of the probably the greatest pitching staff I can remember.
Oh God, that was of course, easily.
But he was a good manager. He was a drunk. He was an intense guy. He got thrown out 15, 20 times a year. Uh, he was the Braves, he was like a guy who's probably the manager there for 20 years. I just feel like, I always felt he was overrated because I'm like, how could they only have one ring
Oh
with
yeah.
all those great teams?
For a while, it looked like Dave Roberts was going to go down that same path too. The Dodgers
Yeah,
were there every year and just not
sure.
sealing the deal. Now he's got 3, so no one's going to say shit. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's about the Braves were like, if you were not a Braves fan, they were like the most annoying team because they were like either in the World Series or right there like every fucking year. They won that division like how many years in a
Yes.
row? Like it was nuts.
Like 7 or 8.
Yeah. Yeah, just like and they were
I think from like
TBS
93 to
too.
like 2. Yeah. Yep.
So you had
93 to
Ted
like
Turner who owned TBS
who
and
just passed away himself.
Right. And then Bobby Cox shortly thereafter, apparently they couldn't live without each other. It was funny that he did fire him for a little bit. And they're like, what kind of manager are you looking for now? And they go, he goes, someone like Bobby Cox. Like just after they
Exactly.
had fired Bobby Cox.
And he originally started with the Blue Jays, and he made the playoffs. The Blue Jays, I think, yeah, I choked in '87. No, '85. He made the playoffs with the Blue Jays, but then he went to the Braves and he built that team. And I remember the Braves were awful, and then in '91 they got really good and they won that magical division and had one of the great World Series versus the Twins,
Yeah.
which was one of the great World Series I can remember.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Let's
But
well,
all
R.I.P.
these guys
Bobby
are old men
Cox.
now.
Made it to 84.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's crazy.
it's a big, long, robust life. R.I.P. Bobby Cox.
The hustler's in the house. Check him out, check him out. Get up off your seat. He's got a brand new beat. When the going gets tough, the tough get rough. Hey, hey, ho, ho, come on.
That's a great video. If you haven't seen that full
Sounds like
video,
war.
like the band War.
Yeah, war. Yeah,
Oh, Guar. I thought you said War.
not war.
Linda Hogan saying backing on there, at least in the video.
Man,
Very
Rick
nice.
Derringer just passed away too.
Yeah, no, that's we talked about that. It was like the Bobby Cox Ted Turner thing. They
I
died.
know.
Him and Hulkster died
I
within.
am a real American.
That was also written by Jimmy Hart too, I think.
Yeah.
Like he wrote a lot of songs. He must have made a lot of nice
Jimmy Hart
royalties.
loved Hogan way too much, man. I think he loved him more than his family did.
Clearly, I mean, especially by the
Look,
end.
look, when you die, I will not be wearing a jacket of you on the back, just so you know. Don't feel sad.
Well, I
I
thought
might
you were
wear
my
one with
fucking
you,
friend,
Maddie.
Maddie.
Maybe Stuttering John I'll wear, but like Jimmy Hart wearing a Hogan jacket, like very sad, but sad and depressing.
Okay, Maddie, what about will you wear Rick Rude tights with my face on your ass?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay, I'll accept that. I will accept that. Okay, so Hulk Hogan episode 4. By the way, the series has been pretty good up until now, and this took it to the next level, this episode, by the way.
It really
Um,
did.
this was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life because it opens up with fucking Werner Herzog.
Can he be in more things? I need him in more stuff.
I don't
just
want him in more
I-
things because I don't want it to be like
Oh,
to
that's
turn into
true.
Christopher Walken where he's in everything. It's just
always a nice surprise.
it's funny when he shows up because you're like, what the fuck? Am I hallucinating? I don't, so it opens up a voiceover of Werner Herzog. And I'm sorry, I watched this. I wasn't at my computer, so I didn't clip it, but it's like, the wrestling man is going to take on the world with his Hulkster gimmick. And I'm like, is that Werner Herzog? And then they show him, and he's a big wrestling fan, which I never knew, but that
Yeah,
That
I think
checks
they
out.
want to show the duality. They're trying to show the duality that wrestling is a highbrow and lowbrow thing.
duality of
Yeah.
man.
I think
Exactly.
Werner Herzog just has like a lot of. He's just all over the place.
Yeah, well, people have like around this. People have really like warmed up to him as a personality in the last 4 years or 5 years or so. I hope they go watch his movies though. His movies are pretty phenomenal, but as a character and personality, he's really been blowing up. It was very funny. But anyways, it was a great way to start the episode. We move in. We're watching the Hulkster get some sort of electric pain
Yeah.
treatment thing where they
Mhm.
basically manipulate his messages to the brain to say, no, there's no pain by electrolysis. It's pretty nuts. They kind of glazed over the Shawn Michaels match because at the end of the last episode, you remember Hulk was back, and this is early 2000s. And they're
Shawn
like,
Michaels stuff is the funniest thing you'll ever see, though.
yeah, the Shawn Michaels thing was just,
his oversells are incredible.
well, Hogan, like Triple H was saying, and they're like, oh, Vince is all in on Hogan again. He's like,
Yeah,
no, that was a nostalgia bump. People were happy to see him again, but they're not going to take him seriously as a contender anymore. So we have to phase him right back out almost. They had him go against Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels was like, it really was one of the funniest matches you'll ever see because Michaels just oversells everything to astronomical levels. Which, like, if you're Hogan, I wonder to hear more about like how pissed he probably was during that match.
I could see in his face, even in the ring, he was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like one thing not to sell, but then the oversell is even worse, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, because you're just like...
Now you're drawing attention to it.
Right. Undersell, you're kind of... You're cheating the fans. Oversell, you're mocking your opponent, So, like... Yeah, it was not a good look. And then his last match in WWE ended up with Randy Orton, which I didn't even know that happened. Because Randy Orton...
a lot of these guys put him over just because they're like respect, but he should have put them over, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's cool to wrestle Hulk Hogan in that era, because he's still got a tiny bit in the tank, and you probably grew up watching him. So then we got old Hogan Knows Best. Did any of you guys ever watch Hogan Knows Best?
I caught like 2 episodes in my entire life.
Yeah.
Because that was during the time where it was like...
I did a little.
Ozzy Osbourne had one. Everyone was doing them.
Yeah, like the Ozzy Osbourne kind of set the standard for that one because you saw the contradiction. The Hogan one felt a little more contrived, like they're really trying to sell it hard. Whereas the Ozzy one was just sort of natural because Ozzy off stage.
Ozzy was magical.
He was a character. He was
really was. He was so hilarious, even when he wasn't trying to be.
Yeah.
Whereas the Hogan thing, it did well. Like a lot of these things do well for like a season or two, and then they kind of.
It's like if a boy band hits, the second boy band is gonna hit just because the first one hits so big.
Yeah. And that sort of seemed to be the beginning of the end because then the rest of his family is now famous. His son's famous, his daughter's famous. The show pushed her music career, so she actually did have a bit of a music career for a while due to this show. Then the Hogan cheating got known. Housekeeper had found a gold earring that wasn't Linda's in their bed.
It was Mike Rabel's.
It was Mike Rabel's earring.
Yeah.
Hogan was fucking Mike Vrabel. And then it's really sad, you saw early on, like this was a really good family early on, like you could really see they really loved each other. You can feel it
breaking apart.
What's that?
You can feel it breaking apart.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, Hogan's sitting there trying to recapture his old glory. The other ones are getting used to being famous. And then the divorce proceedings start, and it was, Linda was a scorned lady.
She started dating like a young man.
That was funny as shit.
I never knew when Hogan said, like, I get why OJ did it. One of the dumbest things you can fucking say.
Well,
and they always are like, the reporter was really nice. It's like, no shit, that's what reporters do.
Well, I think that's something you could say as sort of a joke between your friends, but a reporter is never your friend.
You have to know.
Unless it's Diana Russini and she's sucking you
As
off and you're
as
saying it to
John
her.
Rocker.
Yeah, no, the John Rocker thing is probably the biggest
Did the same
example of that.
thing.
Jim, do you even know about the John Rocker thing?
That I do not.
Did you ever see Eastbound and Down, the show?
I caught a little bit.
Okay,
like,
so that was
seen a
based
few.
off of John Rocker. John Rocker basically was
Pitcher on the Braves.
pitcher for the Braves, and he was amazing. He
Lights
was
out closer.
real life wild thing, like from Major League.
And he
And-
did an interview and he started talking about why he hates New York. He was like, there's a queer on the station with AIDS, there's this, there's that. He had about 6 things that were
Oh.
like, and he was like, the reporter was nice, or I thought I was just joking with him.
Yeah, and that really ruined his career.
Yeah.
Did he end up pitching in New York at some point? Or am I
No.
No, okay. All right.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Okay, I knew he was on another team. Would have been
But
funny.
yeah, so Hogan got in trouble for that. His wife took everything.
Yeah,
And then
so yeah, I love this part. So Linda starts getting a boy toy,
Very
and
young.
it's funny because he's got a big full head of long blonde hair. It looks.
I'll tell you about the boy toy. He seemed very smart.
So Hogan had to get this apartment outside of the marina, and Linda got everything in the divorce, including his big cigarette boat. So she'd have this guy would drive the boat in front of Hogan's house and just like light up a joint and sit there and look in Hogan's window and just go, "Look at me, Hogan. I got everything now." The kid was
clearly loved
19. Linda's probably like 50 at this point, or in her
She
50s.
clearly loved them.
Oh yeah. She thought he was 26, and he's like, "Well, I wasn't honest about that." And then finally, it was 19. He went to school with Nick and Brooke.
Hysterical. Yeah, and then the other thing too, it's like you got to be the bigger person as well, too, Linda. Like, yeah, Hogan did you wrong, no doubt about it, but come on.
So the kids all turned against him too.
Yeah, they turned against Hulk.
I mean, it's only natural. Like you blame him
Sure.
you have this nice
Yeah.
family, and then now it's ripped apart because Dad had to throw his dong around town. He
He's no longer the Hulk, though.
no, he's not, but he wants to be.
Now he's Terry Bollea.
He's just Terry Bollea, and he's got nothing. He's broke. He's on the pills. He's contemplating suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Then he finally gets a check. TNA Wrestling was an upstart around that time, and they paid him to come in. And he actually tried. I think he was just supposed to be a spokesperson, but Bischoff was running it. And then I think he tried to wrestle, and he's like, they realized quickly he was just too old, at that point. He ends up having to get more surgeries and special devices in his back. He's taking more fentanyl than doctors have ever seen.
Yeah.
It's a bad time. But guess
Very bad
what?
time.
Hogan's about to get paid
Mm.
because he
Very
got
lucky.
caught fucking on camera at Bubba the Love Sponge's house.
Still, that was one of my favorite stories when that was popping off.
Yeah. So it was a real sweet video. Brooks' song was on his ringtone too. That was my takeaway.
And then he made a very disgusting racial remark about Brooks potentially dating a black guy. Very disgusting thing he said, which I think he wishes he could have back.
Sure.
But definitely lost his way, lost his reputation. Now is seen as a joke, sex tape, racist.
Yeah. So when that was the big thing too that came out of the trial was that when the transcript of the tape came out, because a lot of the clips that were going around was just the sex, but not the speaking parts.
Yeah.
And then so that came out, WWE just erased everything. They just like pretended he didn't exist because this
Yeah.
was also, during the start of sort of, so there's
Me
social
too.
justice movements
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah, they
they're not
erased
fucking
all his
around.
merchandise.
Yeah, they just what completely erased him from WWE. So he's down. He won like $140 million judgment. It bankrupted Gawker. I don't know how much he even saw. That lawsuit was also backed by Peter Thiel. In case you guys didn't know,
I thought
Peter
his
Oh
lawyer
Thiel
yeah.
was
is
very
now much
funny.
more known figure for being the weirdest guy on the planet and
Yeah.
also controlling everything on the planet.
I thought his lawyer was
Shout
funny.
out Palantir.
Well, Thiel, what happened? Gawker had outed him as a gay man
So
years before, so
he had a vendetta.
he funded the whole legal team in that
Yeah.
case. So down, I was like, and he meets but Hogan ends up meeting his next wife, Sky Hogan, who's a young,
Yeah.
pretty blonde.
Sure. He did very well for himself at the
He
end.
he did.
She had no idea who he was. That's always what they
I
say.
know, isn't that crazy?
I never believed that shit.
When I'm like in my 60s, and if I'm somehow single, and I'll just know, some girl likes me for me.
Exactly.
Well, they would have to because I'd still be
Not the
broke.
$100 million.
Yeah, not that 100 million. I had no idea.
Like he was just so nice and smart. Okay.
And then he went ahead and had an affair with Jesus Christ.
Damn right he did.
Let Jesus into his heart.
He let the Lord in.
Gets invited back into the WWE fold. So they punished him for a little while and invite him back.
Yeah.
And then he saw his buddy Trump almost get assassinated, and he's like, "Oh, they tried to take him out, brother. Now I gotta like he's stayed out of politics, but now he's got to speak up."
He's got a big ego, man.
Yeah, and like it's so funny because he'd gone through all this shit, right? And then I think it's just such a move to attach yourself to a polarizing, political figure at that point.
Yeah.
And then he gives that famous or infamous speech at the RNC where he rips his shirt off. I mean, you could just tell he just loves that attention again, because he's comparing that pop to like a wrestling pop.
Yep.
We all love our glory days, though. Trust me.
Man, it's just like, but and I think we've all seen our heroes try to prolong those glory days, and it's just like,
Starring John Melendez.
ugh. So then WWE moves all their Raw, Monday Night Raw, and all that to Netflix. They have the big premiere. So they bring out a lot of the past wrestling heroes, including Hogan, and he just gets booed out of the whole fucking.
And I believe he was heartbroken. I talked to a friend of mine. See, I don't believe him. I think he's full of shit.
Yes, in this documentary, he says no, and then he's actually like saying, "Whoa, I could come back and wrestle as a heel again." No. Like he really thought he could like come back and be a heel.
This is called a cope. This is called a
Yeah.
Davenport cope.
That's
In
big
my
cope.
opinion, he was heartbroken, but instead of like coming clean, he's got to like put a good spin on it. In my opinion, that I think he was heartbroken. I could see Mouth of the South was heartbroken about it.
Oh yeah, you could really see it on his face in the he's trying to wave that flag and he just kind of slows
Yeah.
down.
He came in as a good guy, and like if you want to be a good guy, you want to be known as a good guy. And
Yeah.
he thought he was gonna get that Hulkamania pop, and he didn't. So instead of like acknowledging how much people hate him, he had to be like, "This is good for business," You either want to be loved or hated in this. But it's like, no, you wanted to be loved there.
That's no
Just my
longer
opinion.
business. This is your legacy now.
Exactly.
And of course we can clearly see in this that's all he cares about. And it's not good. It's a shame he had to go out like that. And then, one thing he said, being in the ring is like coming all the time. That was one of my favorite quotes.
It's glory days.
It's like coming all the time, brother.
Flair's the same way. It's like Flair likes to show videos of like 10 years ago of like, look what I was doing. And it's like, you embarrassed yourself. Your retirement match is embarrassing. Having these younger guys take like bumps is embarrassing for you.
Yeah.
Like you when it's over, it's over. Why would anybody buy that a 73-year-old man can beat up an in shape 30-year-old man? It's stupid. And they just can't step away. Their egos massively big. And I think even though Triple H was trying to do his best PR for himself, because he's always like, we honor Hulk Hogan, who, if we would be roller derby if it wasn't for him. I like that line because
Sure.
roller derby and wrestling were at the time almost at the same spot.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't want to be like, he knows like how controversial some of the stuff Terry has done, but he's like, you can't disregard what Hulk has done for this business. And that is the truth.
Oh yeah.
Because they'd all be in county fairs right now. They wouldn't be on Netflix.
No,
And
there's
that is the truth.
yeah. I mean, any decently objective person and even
And
subjective
Hogan
person.
was that first magical guy. He really was. And the beauty of the last video is like he can never live up to that fake character that he was. Like that character, there's like a funny Radio Shack commercial. Like Radio Shack was big in the 80s, Jim. I don't know if they have that in Nebraska.
We had some.
They probably still have real Radio Shacks there.
They had a commercial where like everything comes back from the 80s, So you got like Pac-Man and Alf, and then like Hulk Hogan is like this larger than life character of the 80s, and it's like that character was so like it was Jesus Christ, it was Michael Jordan, it was Mike Tyson, it was a massive thing, and then it crumbled into just like garbage.
I think like the only other wrestler that's come close is like The Rock, but he got famous for being also a movie star at some point.
Yes.
Hogan was purely wrestler. He did movies and stuff, but those didn't do anything,
But one of the things that The Rock realized is like your PR is so important. So it's like The Rock understood like how important to say the right things, to do the right things in public are. And Hogan just couldn't control himself.
Rock is kind of going down that path now too, of like fucking doing and saying all the wrong shit, and
I haven't been following much, but I guess
he just was kind of overexposed, I guess, for a while, and then he's sort of lying to people, saying he's not on steroids when he's got veins ripping right out of his arms at 50. Like come on, dude. Like,
well, everybody misses their prime years. Like, I miss it. Like, my prime years were like
your prime years are ahead of you, Matty.
Nah, it's over, bro.
Get on some peptides and some HGH, buddy.
I'm just saying, like, I sometimes think about like, doing these comedy shows and chicks being into you, and when it goes, and you have to deal with it. And a lot of these guys, they can't deal with it. They can't handle it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's luckily, we're still on our way up, so we won't know about that feeling in a long time. So it ends with basically his death and then the funeral. Brooke Hogan was not at the funeral. Theo Vaughn was there though.
Yeah, that was weird.
He just kind of like
saw an interview.
He just
with
pops
Brooke.
up randomly. He just pops up.
I saw an interview with Brooke on Bubba the Love Sponge, which is so weird. After they were talking about the documentary, and it's just like she's weird too. Like something about her just rubs me the wrong way. But maybe I don't know. I don't know the reason. They didn't talk about. I know.
I did look it up. Basically, she said, and I don't know if this is bullshit or not, but she said that her dad really never wanted a funeral, and that she took her family to the beach where he loved to be as well, and they just sort of honored him there.
I
And
disagree. I
she did
think
do a post on it and everything too.
I think Hogan loved having like to know how many people were there and that all the wrestlers and all the stuff. I mean, it's weird. I mean, Jesse Ventura said it back best. He's like, my generation is mortal, and like, growing up, I was 6, and those guys were like, they were real life superheroes to me.
Yeah.
Like they were larger than life. They were like the scariest, most intimidating men in the world. And now to see him as old men, it's fucking wild.
Yeah, God, and he was just like you see him, he couldn't even get out of. He was still lifting weights and stuff in it, but like when it came to getting out of a chair, he couldn't even get out of a chair. He had to walk with a
Yeah,
big. Cool thing was he didn't walk with a cane. He walked with a staff,
yeah. Well,
like
that's
Moses
cool.
style. Yeah,
It's like his idol, superstar Billy Graham.
yeah, boy.
Well, they say he ripped off a lot of stuff from him.
Oh, he definitely did. Yeah, he ripped off a few different people, but superstar Billy Graham. Jesse Ventura looked a lot like Billy
Yeah.
Graham too back in the day. Um, yeah, I mean this ended up being a much better documentary than I thought it was
The
going to
ending
be.
was great.
Yeah,
It
the
was
last
really good.
episode was fantastic, and I did like they didn't they didn't harp on anything, but they didn't shy away from anything,
No.
So I thought it was fair. I mean, his
Yeah.
legacy is his legacy. I think Um,
It's a
I think I would
very
judge him more harshly for like being a union buster and stuff than just as opposed to being an old guy trying to be relevant. Um,
And that was one of his biggest things because he could have helped wrestlers a lot more
yeah,
back in the day with the
right.
union because
No,
he
he could have
had so
used his
much
power to
power.
do
But
that. Like, but Ventura was speaking
yeah,
for him, and Ventura was the one who was trying to organize
I
the
know.
wrestler union.
And they had a
Um,
lot of problems. Ventura said very nice things about him, and he could have gone the other way.
yeah, I'm sure Bret Hart is still sitting in that bar mumbling about Hulk Hogan. The
So ridiculous. Such a clown.
like the guy is I don't know if Hogan was dead at that point or if he had passed when Bret Hart's talking that shit, but it's like you can say these things in a way that are factual without you looking like the biggest butthurt guy on the
It
planet. Like
makes him look bad. It
Bret
does make
Hart
him
was a
look bad.
really well respected, like great performer. He
It
had a
makes it
great
the way he
career.
carries on about Goldberg, that Goldberg was
Oh yeah.
it's like, get over it. It happened. You made your point 100 times already.
You could just be like this great ambassador for the sport, but
Now,
instead you just lament everything that didn't
all
go
these
your
guys had the
way.
biggest fucking egos. They all did.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that these like even the ones that made it through the really bad parts are now dying too. So it's like
Yeah.
that's interesting. Jim, what did you think?
I was worried it was going to be just some puff piece when I
Yeah,
saw who was producing and everything. I thought it was really good. I do appreciate that it kind of looks at the entirety of Hulk Hogan's legacy.
sure.
And he is a larger than life figure. Obviously he was the face of like America in the 80s.
Yeah,
That's
The
true.
face of wrestling. Everyone associates Hulk Hogan with wrestling. And then kind of like a lot of people I know that are younger associate him a lot with online culture and the internet from the Gawker case. Like that was a big
Yeah.
thing for a lot of people that I know.
Yeah.
so like your age group knows him like as much from the sex tape as I
I'm
guess they
sure.
would. You're not
Yeah.
you weren't a
People
child of the
younger than me to an
80s.
extent, but yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, for me, he's always Hulk. He's Hulkamania.
Yeah.
He's even more Hulkamania than Hollywood. Because like when I was 7 or 8 again, like he hit, that was my age. Like when Hulkamania was running strong, I was 8 years old. That was the demographic. And I said my prayers and I ate my vitamins.
Yeah. That's right. That's how you turned out to be the great man you are today.
I loaded the bowl. I mean, I loaded my soul, not the bowl.
That's Skunk Hogan.
Yeah.
Skunk Hogan
Yes.
in recovery. Glad to see Nick was doing good though.
Yeah, he's doing better. And he had some nice things to say. He's not as dumb as I thought he was.
Well, that's what he said. He made a point. Like, look, they had me on that show, like being like the prankster idiot, like
Yeah.
acting like I was 12, but I was like 16.
I know, I
You
know.
know, like, oh, the show's boring. Nick, go hit a neighbor with a water balloon.
Yeah. I did that last week, as a matter of fact.
Ah, that was funny. All right, guys. Well, we'll have to figure out something else to watch for next week.
We'll find something, damn it.
Or not. The NBA is heating up, and we'll
The
go.
UFL's heating up, damn
UFL.
it.
I'm sorry, Jim. My apologies. What's
The
heating up in
playoff-
the UFL?
It's just all the standings are kind of nuts. We're getting close. This is a great
I gotta
playoff
pee. I'll be
push.
right
There's
back.
2 weeks left. We got 3 weeks left, 8, 9, and 10. And it's not wide open, but it's still pretty open for who's going to make the playoffs.
Is there like a runaway favorite? You think?
DC Defenders probably the odds-on favorite. They're bringing back. They have the most continuity both in roster and coaches, and it's been playing dividends. Their defense is pretty good. The bad loss last week to the Louisville Kings, but when they're on, their offense is humming. No one's stopping them.
Let me ask you this. Do you think NIL will hurt the UFL if these kids that are maybe not able to make the NFL, but they're already rich from college,
Maybe. I mean, it depends if they want to
might opt just to retire instead of trying to grind it out?
It depends if they want to play football or not.
Yeah.
Because at that point, then you're looking at the UFL more as an avenue potentially to still get to the NFL.
Right.
Versus like just as another still source of income.
Right. I'm just wondering. Yeah, I'm wondering because like these guys before were like, okay, you have to go be a civilian now, or you could do the UFL if you want to not.
I mean, if they want to keep
book.
playing football, then yeah.
Right.
That's still probably your best option is either the UFL or CFL.
Right. So but before it was like but now you could just retire after college for some of these guys.
Yeah, if they want to just like get into content or just retire, some of these guys, sure.
Right.
But I think like a lot of the guys that are UFL that like aimed, they're probably only making like low millions. And they're gonna
I'm
blow
gonna take
through
a
that.
dog out to pee. I'll catch you next week. I love
All
you,
right,
boys.
see you,
Later,
Maddie.
Maddie. We'll dip out of here.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week for another exciting edition of the Sports Hole.
Sports Hole.